logic puzzles. They're frustrating, they're confusing, but I love them. What I love most about them, and the reason why I give you these tasks to do, is because you have to read so much that the vocabulary in it is really gonna to go deep. Let me teach you how to work out a logic puzzle. You're gonna have to make use of the grid and the chart below. All right, it's gonna work like this. Now you're given a very limited amount of information, so you're gonna have to use deductive reasoning and work your way forwards and backwards to try to figure this out. Okay. Número uno, cada persona es diferente. Every person is different. They can't share any of these characteristics. So what I'm going to do is, as something is revealed to me, whether affirmative or negative, I'm going to mark it in my grid. Let's go to number 2. La persona que está entusiasmada no es cariñosa ni canosa. Okay, so they don't make mention of the people themselves. The enthusiastic person, la persona que está entusiasmada, no es cariñosa ni canosa. That does not describe the enthusiastic person, so I don't need those. Okay. La persona canosa. Okay, let's go up here. La persona canosa no es inteligente. Let's mark that out. Ni cariñosa tampoco. Okay. So my 4 options have been reduced to 2. All right. For now, let's just move on. There's more we can do with that. That's what I'm talking about when we work backwards. But there's some clearer information in number 3. Su prima es gorda. Gorda, prima. So at the intersection of prima and gorda, I'm going to leave it open, which means everything else is not true. See what I did there? Su prima es gorda. That was an affirmative statement, very clearly. No es cariñosa, talking about su prima. Cariñosa? No. I'm going to mark that out. All right? What else can I do with that? Well, we know su prima es gorda y no es cariñosa. There's another intersection. Now I've reduced this to 2. Okay? La persona divertida is right here, está enferma. There's not an intersection there. Okay? Enferma. Divertida. La persona divertida está enferma. Cacha. Okay. Y su tío no está ocupado. Su tío no está ocupado. Because this is in the same sentence, we can also rightly assume that su tío no es divertido. You see that? Because they're talking about first la persona divertida, and then in the same sentence, su tío, it means su tío no es divertido. All right, maybe you have to take a minute to wrap your brain around that. Su padre es bajo e inteligente. Let's think about the meaning of the words here. Su padre es bajo. He's short, which means he can't be tall. Bajo is not up here, but tall is. Remember how I said when we were studying our vocabulary, we need to know antonyms? Comes in handy here. Su padre es bajo e inteligente. Don't put a mark there, because that's an affirmative statement. He is intelligent, which means the rest of these are not true. Okay. So we've now found inteligente. Who is intelligent? Her dad. Su tío es bajo también. Remember what we did for her dad? Su tío es bajo, no alto. And look what just happened. Nowhere in these statements is her grandmother mentioned. Nothing about her abuela. But we just discovered that her abuela, su abuela, es alta. Wow. Cool, right? you're going to find little nuggets like that pop up, even though they're not explicit. Okay, let's move down to the chart for a second. That's incomplete, obviously. It didn't give us all the answers, but now we're going to have to work back through it. But first, what I want to show you is how to fill this in with the information that you do have. We know, what do we know about her dad? Es inteligente. Okay. Which means everybody else is not. This will begin to reveal things to you as well once you start filling this out. What else do we know? Su abuela es alta. Now, look what we have. Su abuela es alta. Su padre es el inteligente. At the intersection of that, we can go ahead and get rid of that. Inteligente y alta. No. You see? Because the intelligent person is her dad, and her dad is not tall. There's more to it, too. I'm not going to give you all the answers here. What else do we know? Su prima es gorda. Do we know anything else? Here's a tricky thing. Notice that we know that the sick person is also fun, but we don't know who that is. So I want to kind of make a note down here that enferma, divertida describe the same person. I just don't know who that is. So wherever I put divertida here, I have to put enferma over there. They have to go together. And that's going to help you fill out the chart. It's already in the grid. So you can transfer some of this information down to here. Let's take, for example, cariñosa. Cariñosa is going to go somewhere here, but we know it can't be her dad or su prima. I don't know much about her either. Cariñosa does not describe her. But what would? You know, inteligente or divertida, generosa. So you have to use these in conjunction. This is going to help you fill out the grid. The grid will help you fill out that. And then you can work your way back up through these to see if there's any holes in the logic. Now, that was a lot, I know. I mean, it takes some practice and just doing multiple logic puzzles, but hopefully this gets you on your way. It turned out to be fun.